If you're in a leadership or a management role, you're going to want to listen up. This is probably something you also want to listen to if you're interested in being in a leadership role. Hear me out. Most managers are not leaders. In fact, most managers just do what they're told, follow their job responsibilities, and continue to go on about their day. Let me know if this sounds familiar to you. You come into work, your manager, your supervisor tells you, hey, I need you to do XYZ. Then they make sure you get XYZ done, and you don't really hear from them for the rest of the day, or maybe don't even see them before the end of your shift. That's pretty typical. To be quite honest, this is not their fault. Most managers, most supervisors, when they get promoted, or if they have previous experience, they lack the leadership skills to be a leader. They lack the training. Most companies don't invest in creating leaders. They're just trying to fill positions. And to add a little bit of insult to injury, most employees are just there to collect a paycheck. Most employees don't want to be leaders. Most employees just want to do their job and leave for the day, and then just make it till their day off to have fun and enjoy their paycheck and do whatever they're going to do. If this sounds like you probably want to keep swiping, because the rest of the video is definitely not for you. Every great company and every great business starts with good leadership. Most companies wonder why they struggle or why they don't succeed. And truly, it comes down to poor leadership. Now listen up, if you want to be a leader, there's a few things you can actually do to be a better leader. Being a leader takes a lot of compassion, a lot of dedication, being open to change, constantly improving and getting better, and simply just giving a damn. Shit. You know how crazy it is that a lot of these companies and a lot of these people that work in these companies don't give two damns about their employees? You know what's even crazier that just bothers the shit out of me? How people in leadership positions don't take the time to truly just care about their employees. Sometimes that's all they need. They just want to be cared for. They just want to be cared about. They just want you to listen. They just want somebody to rant to. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be able to do something about it, but sometimes that's all they need. And great leaders, they take it a step further. Great leaders take the time to learn about their employees. They take the time to learn about their kids, their family, what's going on with their mom and dad, what's going on with them, how's life going. Great leaders actually take the time to understand what's going on in their employees' personal lives. And I know you've heard it all the time. Leave it at the door. Leave it at the door, right? How many of y'all have heard that? Well, let's be honest. It's pretty much almost impossible to leave your whole life at the door when you come into work. The reality is you can't leave it at the door. And wouldn't it make things just a little bit better if your leader cared about that? If your leader just took a little bit of time to care about what's going on in your personal life, and maybe just them listening to you is going to help you perform better at work, it's going to help you get through the day. Maybe you had a family member pass away, maybe your girlfriend broke up with you, your boyfriend broke up with you. Things happen. That's life. And that's part of the reason why I say compassion is important in a leader. Leaders have to be compassionate. They need to understand. You don't have robots working for you. We're human beings. If you're truly passionate about being a leader, these things will come easy to you. But let me be honest with you. If you're not passionate about being a leader, maybe you just took this job because it pays more. Maybe you were the only person who could do the job, and you're not really truly passionate. This isn't exactly what you want to do. I would definitely look into finding something else that suits you better. Because not only are you doing yourself an injustice, you're actually doing the people that work for you an injustice. They're expecting to come in and work for somebody who actually cares. How many people are miserable because their boss doesn't care about them, or they feel like their boss doesn't care about them? I can tell you that's probably the majority of the population. And those far and few that are really lucky to have a good leader, to have a great leader, it's because they're usually really passionate about what they do. Isn't it nice when you come into work and your boss says to you, hey, how was your weekend with the kids? How was the birthday party? How was your anniversary? What'd y'all do? Where'd y'all go? Versus, hey, it's a busy day today. I need you to get clocked in. Damn, right? And I'm not saying it's easy. It's definitely a lot of hard work. You got to work at it every day, especially if you are the leader. You got to work at it every single day. Every day you come in, You got to think about Billy, Bob, Joe, Sally, whoever it is. Maybe you have 5 employees, maybe you have 15. It's hard. It's not easy. But I promise you, if you do it, you'll definitely have a better team. And you'll definitely show them that you care. And if you're on the other side of the spectrum, wouldn't you love to have a leader like that? A manager, a supervisor, a boss like that? I know I would. Leaders focus on what they can control, not what's out of their control. So if you're sitting here making excuses about, well, my company doesn't let me do that, my company doesn't teach me how to do stuff like that, that's on you. If you're a good leader, you're going to get better regardless of what your company does or doesn't do for you. Nothing's stopping you from going and looking at YouTube videos or reading, buying books to make yourself a better leader. Nothing is stopping you. You're stopping yourself. So there's no excuse. Leaders do not take excuses. If you already find yourself making excuses, you're probably not a leader.